Uva, aquele convalega-se no filete. O filete é um vena só estressa. Se estressa, um vela ranteza. Vem vela rosa estrela, um vela raixiva. Aí a razão vela. Hala um vem vise. Vise da um vala, um vela ranzela. Ventosa, vem vela raile. Sum vela rosase. Sum vela rosize. Nestrize, um vela com vela igale. Ah, sum vela ronvile. Som vela rosale, ha, som vela rosale, venda resource, in vela rosize. Venda cosostrize na vela otrize na beda, que ela fela paga cis, pela rosa vela ofela. Haya no rosam vela ocesa na ia vela crise na vela, haya vela rastreze na fado mambati, pada malvale. Só da vela que malvante. Se vela rosa streets, se streets é uma vela rosa vela, com vela ranchinchila, uma fava, não sou streets é uma vanda. Ah, sem vela, senzila, vela costrada. Enzela o com vela cá estressa, ou vela quente. Quila rosa para lampeza, streets na vela rentreza, fala andide. Taz no pai, cala vela, sansante no foile. Candize, malvala. Candize, malvala. Mandize, não vela, o pai que não vês na X. São vela venda, vala, o fez, estressa, mampalo. Pida uma vez. Pisa o vela. São vela rosesa, escala. São vela rosa em esquerda. São vela rosesa em sasa. Vou lá ver essa estressa. Vela rosa em sida. Vela rosa em sala. Vela rosa que na crise com filha. Vela rosa em vise. Vise com vela rosa em César. César com vela rosa em filha. Com vela guise na vela em sasa. Ha, já vela com filha. Ha, são vela com jala. De vela com vela com cise. Vela rosa com caia. Todos, não vela com sale. São vela com solteira com feze. Todos, não vela coisa, não vela coisa, não vela tila, não vila. Ha! São vela rosa em stress, não fala com vela cassis, não fala com seus stress, a.k.a. One creator para acesa na esela pila ou vela radena. High screech na vela, mal vez, a screech na el fala com stress, mal vela. Tima Rosena Edda, a.k.a. One creator, dini washuka munashi. Sana dini washuka. For what I find a veza, in what it is, it is what it is, and vela castes, and vela sketch. I and I, it is what it is. Dini watch, if it's easy, if it's e. Pagolo César, Express, a para, e Galeturi, a mi, Dila, Bala. Sky, Sense, Vela Rose Trees, about Vela, from Vela Rose Sense. What I'm trying to tell you out there right now is my roots, my urban heritage, my original essence, naturalness, neocentrical. I just had to say it in the urban way. What I had to put there is I gotta know where I'm from before I tell you where I'm from, where I'm going, where I'm headed. It's never no business to where you're from. So for what it said, I am where I'm from. From where I'm from, Pari, to the Amio Vela Raziza. Some Vela Piri, Amio Vela Tres. The humans that had three ways to them. Neurodivergentness, that is Trinity. Calaroveza Rastris and Vela Randen. Pari, Ituri, Evela Ami, Vela Evisi. Red and green, Vela Castris and Alvezi. That's what they scan on my radio. So my sonogram, what it is, they had to like tell me, you just a green and red, don't feel like kichi. What about a blue bonveza? Because I'm purple. Anunnaki, Eshu, Emani, Isa, Balikis. just talk about myself right now, but you don't need to know everything about for what it's at, but it pays well to know who you are. Because it makes you move in a ways that's different than what's being told. Hey, this is what you are, this is what you can be. No, I know myself, I know my flavor. Before my color was it is beyond your flavor, beyond the heaven. What the fuck it is beyond the ether. So I can tell you some shit like this. I never had to make me myself more clearer. But what my words mean to you, what it is, it's like looking through your own self through the mirror. And then you realize that's the shit. I am who I am. I and I. Turiyame Pari. Turiyame Piri. Merites no vela rosanziza. Meritese on kileza. Tia osena. Tia osena. Tia ona osona. Esia ona. That's what meditation means. To tere essa. Emma on ian ina. Wovena vela intuana isa. So na intuition nalo is vela isa no vela kriza. That's what it means. It's like saying essence within your intuition. That's what meditation, the word, it's trying to transliterally ascribe to what it means. So when you look at it from a perspective and you go like, I know myself now because knowledge of self is something that's lacking these days. So you're like, do I gotta compare my shit now? Nah, that's why I was telling you moving the normality away. That's why I was telling you everything that I was just saying. Essa wala kana treina ko so fila risa wala soza. Sabe la cascrisa non shell. E melanin e banik son fag. Sabe la rosanzile. I'm just telling y'all from other parallel translations. But for what I can make out of what it said here is that you're more than just your skin. And when you look in the mirror, you look at yourself. What do you see? I see myself. I now look at myself every day differently than I used to. And I never like now in the sense, it's just always been like that. But things aspirate to different changes when you look at things from what they are and from what they truly are. You feel me? So in the end, you look at now a full picture, grown ass man, you're like, yeah, man, this is mine. Mine. And I even sound a whole lot better than I even used to before, but it's more than what it said. It's more transformation that's more like, my literalness is more than what it took for me to get here to be more expressive and articulate with you and share my own intellectual internal synapses. You feel me? I was gonna say internet synapses, but that doesn't sound a whole lot better than what I had in my mind before. Otherwise, what I could get out and tell y'all is that that's the shit. Everything is meant to be natural, like I was talking about the other day. When you're moving a gridlock system like I'm moving in, you look at it that way, you realize that's the only way to get out of this system for what it's at. And while heading out of the system, you realize that, oh shit, I could have done things this way instead. And so those are the synaptic points that I'm giving you now in the ways that's like different than what you'd expect based on my delivery to your own apprehensible ways of being able to entertain yourself while listening to me, while my voice can tell you different things about it, what it is, but that's what it is and what I'm trying to get y'all to comprehend, what I'm here for. And so in the end of the day, I kind of look at myself and like, so that's what I am now. It's kind of like all these episodes, mental psycho-epidemical episodes of like losing my shit. It took me this far to get here, but it's more than what it's worth. In the sense that for what it's at, to what I'm going on and realizing about what's going on in the under surface pinnings of what's going on in the fabrics of the shadow of the society, you start to realize that it's not a mental episode. That was actually you waking up, your mind being animated. But while being animated, you realize that you live in a world that's fractalized in a fractal photonic way. Everything is just so woozy and shadowy when you really start to observe it for what it is magnified. And so when you start to go from that point and you go like, oh, what the fuck? I realize this shit for what it is now. I know what you're talking about. And you go like, huh. All this time I was looking at things from the ways I was told to look at it at, and now I'm looking at things for what they're truly supposed to be at. And you're like, oh, that makes a whole lot better. That makes a whole lot more sense than what I was expecting. You feel me? And so, what I'm trying to tell y'all and get y'all to comprehend about that is this. This applies to the dynamics of even multifunctionals of everything that you can apply yourselves to. Even as a multi-potentialite, somebody that's more multiple capabilities than one, I realized myself like, shit, this is how I think about myself now instead of what I was being told. It may sound like I'm talking basic shit, but when you start to apply it in the implicative sense, you start to realize, oh shit, he's onto something. Goddamn right, I'm onto something. I don't just talk about shit for random reasons. You feel me? And so while I'm talking, I need you to listen. My voice can only tell you something that I'm telling y'all for what it's at, but telling you something for what it truly is, intuitionally, is different. It's different than my expectations for what my expectations for myself is. I had to raise my own level of expectations when I started to know things that are true about me. And in the sense that I was just like, oh shit, that's what's going on now. That's what's going on with me. Even when I was trying to say, like, I don't mean to psychologically give you like a morale to like, when you say derouse yourself from the lack of arousement from like excitement about just things in general. I don't mean to do that to you, but if you get off your high horse for a second, just like I said, drop down your ego right quick, you realize something like this. Everything that was created, like somebody once said, was made by somebody else that was a little smarter than you. So all these preliminary ways that have been prescribed to people on how to be is someone else's opinion. But here's the other parts to this shit that makes it interesting. When you lose your ego and you remove everything, all the facades and all the things that people are supposed to expect on you, that's what the ego is. You start to realize and move in the ways that you're like, huh. I mean, shit, they say like, you're supposed to expect that for when you do this, but I'm gonna do it differently. But not only just differently, I expect a different result that's better than what everybody is expecting for themselves. So, you know, your level of expectations starts to transcend. And naturally, you start to expect better things for yourself. You feel me? And regardless what that looks like, it can be applicable at any level, regardless of the level that I'm speaking at right now, especially at the level that I'm talking to you at. And so what I'm gonna get to y'all to comprehend is that you don't gotta worry about what people's opinion means to you. What only matters is what's true about you. That's one only thing that I can only give you as an apprehensible ways about. I can say this is your appraisal for what you truly are. You can only say this to your own self every time and every now and then, but what's true about you is what only resurfaces every now and then. And so stop expecting those things that are true about you to be subjugated about other people's opinions about what they think about you from that perspective in the realm of acting or even just being. Because your own action itself precedes itself based on what's true about you. I'm at a bridge right now, I'm thinking of going back. I'm just like, yeah. But my point, yeah, I've been telling y'all this. It's more than what I've been realizing for my own self. My own psychological state, like I said, it changed. But not just changed, it changed for the better. In the sense of like, I now look at things from a wholesome perspective instead of what people are expecting for themselves. You feel me? That's the only major change that I can tell you that is, how would I say it? Is witnessable in the characteristics of how I do things and why I do things the way I do. So when you hear me talk and act in a different way, maybe you weren't updated on what's true about me. But what I can tell you is that be true to yourself. That's all that I can expect from everybody else that's surrounding me, and everybody else that can mean well to you on anything that's truly true about everything, regardless of their impassionedness. Yeah, we're gonna turn around on this one. Following the sun. And I somehow got on the bridge. Yeah, I'm all in here like, what the fuck is the sun? What the fuck am I on? What are we on? Like a 7, like an M1, what the fuck? Now 111. Now we up in heaven. 7 like a 9-1 light to 17, like we up in there for heaven. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but it's just like freestyling for the reasons of practicing. Practicing, man, perfect. It's something that I'm gonna try that another time.